It's our time to shine. Show that's the kind of state of mind you gotta combine with hard work and time. You gotta climb to the top. Don't let yourself drop till your heart stops. Let this beat rock. Got a new clock and a new stock for this new rock. Just let your mind loose from the new stock. Drunk off the goose, thinking that I'm too pop. Getting caught with a few thoughts cause I'm too lost. Off the speakers can't even handle me. Giving what I got, nobody's gonna drain my energy. And I will never stop, I'm motivated by enemies. Setting up shop so everybody remember me. And no, I am not going through life regretfully. I'd rather work non-stop, what they call incessantly, than work some odd job just to live life pleasantly. Already got lost in my mind, not a fantasy, I'm getting it. Forgotten soul, so stop, drop, and roll. You lost all control and pop off your ball. I got squat, I fall, I'm not bought, I'm sold. My stock rocks, it's gold. Hey, knock, knock, she holding shit, talk to close. I ain't stopping though, it's hip-hop, you know. Or is it rock and roll? I'm not dropping down, no, my pocket's grown. You can't stop the show, so get rockin' on. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you.
We are live with episode 31 of Nemesis. My name is Alexander Shaw. I am joined by the chairman, and we are on the last stop on the road to Battle Lines.
That's right, it is only 7 days away. Only 7 days. This is the last stop. Vindication already happened. This is Nemesis. And after this, the whole field will be set. We will know exactly what's going to happen at Battle Lines in 7 days. And speaking of, the first man coming out here is Johnny Gemini, because we know that he owes us a stipulation for his tag team match at Battle Lines. It is going to be Johnny Gemini and John Spartacus teaming up against Zach Anderson and Raymondo. But what kind of match is it going to be?
That's a fantastic question, and I'm sure he's about to tell us. But, I mean, you've got to feel that, you know, it definitely does help them to pick the stipulation, because we had discussed last week the possibility of if the Fatal Vices had won, I mean, they could have made it a handicap match, which, you know, get the rest of the Vices in there. Or it could have been a submission match, which greatly helps someone like Raymondo with that Fujiwara armbar. So I think the fact that they get to pick the stipulation definitely helps Johnny Gemini and Raymondo almost to the nth degree. But now it's time to see who wins, or what the stipulation is.
I'm excited to see it. Personally, I think it should be elimination. Because think about it, not taking one fall, or taking one fall doesn't end your team's chances of winning the match. And I think that Spartacus and Gemini have a really good chance of doing so. But there it is. He's grabbing the microphone. Let's see what he's got to say.
Last week, I beat Zach Anderson in this ring, proving what Spartacus and I have been saying from the start of this mess, that in the end, the professionals, the athletes, and the people here to compete will beat those that are here just for the fame or the money. But Raymondo and Anderson, don't worry, because this is not over. You both have given us hell, and we want to repay the favor with one last match at Battle Lines. Anderson and Raymondo versus Spartacus and Gemini. Tables match. I hope you guys are ready, because if you aren't, come next Sunday, not only are tables going to be shattered, but so will your delusions. But if you guys aren't feeling ready, I think me and Spartacus are more than willing to have a little practice round right here, right now. In fact, why don't you two come out here and let's all get warmed up for Battle Lines.
Well, there you have it. Johnny Gemini wants to get the action started as he's awaiting, I guess, either Zach Anderson or Raymondo, whoever is going to be making their way out here. And I'm judging by the music, I'm going to guess that is Zach Anderson, as we see Johnny Gemini go ahead and grab the table from underneath the ring. He is getting ready. The tables match has been set, as now Zach Anderson is making his way to the ring. This is going to be a clash of titans.
Well, is this an official match? Is this happening right now?
I don't think it's a match. Again, as we see, as I said, Johnny Gemini was grabbing that table. They want to send a message to each other, and whoever walks away here, hopefully without a broken table to their name, goes to Battle Lines and wins that matchup. But we see Johnny Gemini getting the table set up right there. Zach Anderson getting back up to his feet.
Oh, and now these two just trading chops next to the table. Zach Anderson sends Gemini into it, and now, I think was looking for that slam there. Gemini was able to adjust his weight in the middle of the air, get away from that table. But I think it might have just been a delayment of the inevitable, as Zach Anderson has him set up. And this does not look good for Gemini. He's sent crashing through the table.
All the pain has got to be shooting through his body, but he's the one that called his shot. Zach Anderson was the one that walked away with the victory, though. Not a victory, but a moral victory, I should say, as that's what it's going to take at Battle Lines for you to lose that matchup. Zach Anderson and Raimondo have experience against each other in tables matches, and now they're going to put it together against the Spartan and Gemini.
And Zach Anderson, big surge of momentum going into Battle Lines, and the Fatal Vices have a lot on their plate here tonight. As we know, one of them, Jessica Scarberry, will be competing for the Nemesis Women's title later on. But right now, we have a Beat the Clock challenge as TJ Black goes against Warboy Haas. And the winner of this, talk about picking stipulations, the winner of the Beat the Clock challenge gets to choose the stipulation for Battle Lines in their match for the Twitch title.
Now, they've actually talked to me earlier beforehand today, and they told me both what stipulations they wanted. So here is what is on the line. If TJ Black wins the Beat the Clock challenge, then it's going to be a submission match. If Drake Harrison wins the Beat the Clock challenge, it's going to be a TLC match for the championship at Battle Lines. We're going to see who's going to be the one to bring it all here tonight.
The opening match of Nemesis is a Beat the Clock challenge set for 1 fall. Introducing first, weighing 215 pounds, from Salt Lake City, Utah, the Loaded Gun, TJ Black.
TJ Black, the Pog champ, making his way down to the ring. And he has a chance to become a double champ, technically, at Battle Lines, should he beat Drake Harrison and become the first ever 3-time Twitch champion.
Alex, please. You're disrespecting everything here in CWLUniverse, acknowledging that as an actual championship. The Pog Championship is not real.
Yes, well, it's real to TJ Black, damn it. And right now, he is looking to... I mean, if he wins the Twitch title, I mean, is he just going to walk around with both titles, or is he going to unify them into one title? I mean, well, that has major repercussions for the entirety of the CWL if he does that.
I'm still just... I'm amazed that it's been about a month now since he lost that Twitch championship. Maybe 2 months now since he's lost that Twitch championship. And he's still parading out here thinking that he's the champion. Even coming up with a fake lineage. I don't care what Jay Scott said. This is not a real title. That was all a bunch of crap that he said on the desk. This is incredibly disrespectful by TJ Black. And he does have the opportunity, as you mentioned, to become the first ever 3-time Twitch champion. And at that point, I will gladly eat my words. I love seeing good competition between everybody here on the roster. But to bring a title that's not sanctioned by this company, it's just ludicrous.
I've got to agree. You know, it does show that TJ Black is very full of himself. But he says him losing the Twitch title wasn't legitimate, and he has a chance to delegitimize it at Battle Lines.
And his opponent, weighing 179 pounds, from Melbourne, Australia, representing the Warboys, Haas.
Warboy Haas making his way down to the ring, and he actually has a very interesting opportunity here, because if he wins here tonight, not only would it be him knocking off the Twitch champion, or sorry, possible Twitch champion, but also a win here tonight would give him his first singles win in the CWL. Meaning, you know, not only would it be a huge upset, but like, what would that give in terms of repercussions in the future for the title picture? I mean, who knows, perhaps Haas, a win here tonight could put him in that ladder match at Battle Lines to get a shot for the Twitch or YouTube title.
It absolutely could. But now, here's my question, too. What would happen if both men lose the Beat the Clock challenge? Because the Warboys are nothing to scoff at. They are incredibly talented individuals, as we see the clock begin right there in the top right section of your screen. What would happen if both the champion and challenger lose the Beat the Clock challenge?
I'd have to assume the winner is whoever lasts longer. I mean, you know, whoever was the more resilient of the two losers. But that is a very interesting, you know, concept where if TJ Black loses here, Drake Harrison would just need to win his match, no longer how long it takes, and he gets to choose the stipulation.
And here we see TJ Black already using his amazing lower body strength to flip over Warboy Haas. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time watching this show, you look at Warboy Haas and you think that that is not a challenge, that is not somebody that, you know, is going to be able to put up a fight. But let me tell you, Warboy Haas is an incredible competitor who is a former tag team champion. Crom is one of the most, like, I guess, scarier individuals out of the Warboy family, but Haas is just he's frenetic. Well, we'll call it that. He's frenetic.
Absolutely, and as we are reaching a minute 20 into this match here, TJ Black has been in control for a lot of it, but Haas starting to bring it back a little bit, and of course commentator Curse strikes again. I'll just shut my mouth.
As the low drop kick right there by TJ Black connects, the self-proclaimed POG champion may want to end this match quick, because again, the faster you finish your match, the better chances, as Warboy Haas connects with the high knee, but TJ Black kicks out even before the one.
As good of a challenge Warboy Haas is going to be, he's going to need to pull out everything in the playbook if he wants to put away TJ Black. I mean, when I say everything, like, I mean, he might have to bring out some stuff we have not seen from him yet, because TJ Black is not an easy competitor for anyone on the roster, much less Warboy Haas, as he went for that big boot in the corner, a staple of his, and it just got blocked.
Oh, and another high knee right there by Warboy Haas connects, and TJ Black could be in a lot of trouble here as we're getting into 2.5 minutes into this matchup. TJ Black, oh, there it is. This could be it. He's got the pyramid scheme. He's got it locked in.
It could be locked in. We saw the damage it did to the arm Drake Harrison last week, and he only had it for a couple seconds there, but Haas able to endure the pain for just a bit.
As now Haas, his leg got caught up. TJ Black trips him up, and now TJ Black's got a hold of the leg, flips him over, and he's got a leg hook right there.
Yeah, that knee bar just tearing at the leg. I mean, you mentioned he wants a submission match. I definitely think that he is a bit more of a professional submission wrestler than Drake Harrison would be.
Oh, and as he flips him over, look at it! There it is! The sleeper hold! No one's been able to break out of this yet! The sleeper hold has now claimed another target, and we've got our time at 3 minutes and 13 seconds.
Yeah, Drake Harrison has definitely got his work cut out for him tonight and at Battle Lines. If it does become a submission match, I think TJ would only need to lock in that submission once, that sleeper hold once, and it would be all over.
Well, don't forget that TJ Black did not connect with that sleeper hold at Global Warning, which is what a lot of people believe was the reason why TJ Black didn't walk out Twitch champion. Now he gets an opportunity to do it again at Battle Lines.
The winner of the match, the Loaded Cast, TJ Black.
TJ Black with a big win and a quick time. 3 minutes 13, that's what Drake's gonna have to beat later. And that is quite the task to try and beat.
I mean, Drake Harrison or Rex, whoever decides to show up today, that's who we're going to have our eye on. But we know that they're facing Warboy Grom, the bigger one of the War Boys. If Drake manages to defeat Grom in under 3 minutes and 13 seconds, that is going to be one of the biggest, like, shocking moments in CWL history, bar none.
Absolutely, it would definitely be quite the upset. And speaking of shocking and speaking of upsets, Callie Kaplan has quite the interesting match coming up, and she has to compete in a ladder match against Olivia Bodum.
Now,
what is this regimen that Cassie Clark has her on? Because this is starting to get nuts.
I honestly don't know. She's just putting her through the ringer. And here's the thing. Normally, ladder matches have a prize at the top, right? From my understanding, I could be wrong, but from my understanding, that briefcase is going to have one of two things. Either Olivia Bodum wins, and Cassidy Clark gets to pick a stipulation to finish the training for Battle Lines, or Callie Kaplan wins, and she gets to pick the stipulation. So, stipulations abound everywhere here on Nemesis.
The following match is a ladder match. Introducing first, weighing 146 pounds, from Norwich, England, Callie Kaplan.
Well, Callie Kaplan is certainly fired up and ready for this match. But, you know, one has to ask, is she truly ready to compete in something like a ladder match? I mean, we've seen some very dangerous matches take place into that stipulation, and, you know, I've got to wonder if someone as early into their career in CWL as Callie Kaplan is, are they ready for that style of, you know, danger?
I mean, I'm gonna guess so. I mean, let's take a look back, right? It began with a handicap match against Jada King and Sheila. Then we had a steel cage match. Then we had a tables match. Now we've got a ladder match. She is literally going through almost any kind of stipulation that she can go through. But here's the thing, Cassidy Clark, I don't know what her intentions are. We know that she hasn't been the most friendly individual in the CWL or in Nemesis as a whole. And the fact that she just took somebody brand new to the roster and wants to give them proper training, I personally feel like there's something else underneath the surface here.
And her opponent, representing Fatal Vices, the Sin of Wrath, Olivia Bodum.
And here comes the Sin of Wrath, Olivia Bodum, and like I said, it's a busy night at the office for the Fatal Vices. As we said earlier, later on, that Jessica Scarberry will be challenging for that title, but you've got to wonder maybe if Scarberry fails in her quest for the title, could we see Fatal Vices throwing Olivia Bodum into the mix against Jada King?
It could probably be. It's a very definitely interesting scenario. But right now we're looking here at this ladder match. We're about to get ready to go. We already see the ladders on the outside. We see that briefcase that I talked about hanging up there. And now Olivia Bodum, the Sin of Wrath, hooking the leg and immediately going for a Fisherman Buster.
Dropping her on her head like it's nothing. And Olivia Bodum is no stranger to ladders in her career. So you've got to feel she definitely has the advantage in this match. And also has the advantage because he keeps dropping Callie Kaplan the way she does on her head.
And here, look, you can see Olivia Bodum getting a little bit of distance right there as Callie Kaplan is getting geared up for that Hurricane Rana head scissors. Olivia Bodum goes to the outside, but Callie Kaplan just playing it up to the fans. We know she loves the people here, but you can't pander to the crowd against somebody like Olivia Bodum.
Absolutely not. You cannot get too into the pandering side of things, but Olivia Bodum looking to make her pay for it. And I guess that's why, you know, they're training Callie Kaplan in a way.
I mean, I believe it. You know, I think that putting her up in all these kinds of matches gives her a little bit of an insight to what Callie Kaplan's capable of as well. Because normally we don't see a lot of people go into these kinds of crazy matches, you know, ladders, tables, cages, oh my, and all that stuff. But I think Cassidy Clark just wants to see what Kaplan's made of.
Absolutely. It's now just stomping the chest of Callie Kaplan and now just continuing with the boots to the head and to the rest of the body. Olivia Bodum manhandling Callie Kaplan, to say the least.
And the fact they haven't gone for a ladder yet just goes to show how focused not only Bodum but also Kaplan are, because they know that they have to do enough damage first before they go off for the ladder, because they have to not only climb up the ladder and retrieve that briefcase, they got to figure out the padlock that's up there.
Absolutely, and I mean, they know the combination, it's just, it takes a while. They're told the combination before the match, but yeah, it's going to be quite the time getting it down. One of them's going to have to be quite hurt. Just let that happen.
As now we see Olivia Bodum maybe get feel a little bit of herself. But as Kaplan went for a fireman carry driver, Olivia Bodum was able to get out. But these two are just going back and forth fairly evenly.
Yeah, so far it's an even matchup. Olivia Bodum, though, scoop slam center of the ring. Drops Callie Kaplan. I think she's looking to drop her once again. Got her arms hooked. Tiger driver connects.
A very emphatic Tiger driver is now. I think Olivia Bodum believes that she has done enough damage in order to get the victory as she slides the ladder back inside the ring. And instead of going for the ladder, it looks like she's going to tie up Callie Kaplan near the ladder and slam her knee right into the ladder.
Jesus. The damage from Olivia Bodum on display. Like I said, she has no problem getting brutal in the ring. She's called the Sin of Wrath for a reason. And now just going up top, beginning to unhook that briefcase, undoing the padlock. And I don't even know if Callie Kaplan can stand after having her knees just smashed onto that ladder. She's trying to get up to her feet, but it might be too little too late here. She's going to push off the ladder, but I think Olivia Bodum already has it unhooked, and there we go.
Well, that was impressive by Olivia Bodum. And you know what that means? That means that now Cassidy Clark gets to choose the stipulation for the final training at Battle Lines. Hopefully we get to hear from her sooner rather than later.
The winner of the match, Olivia Bodum.
Well, it appears we will be seeing an Iron Woman match at Battle Lines, and well, that will be about who can last for the duration of the match. This is a match about who can end the match quicker. Drake Harrison has to beat Warboy Chronicle Wars under 3 minutes.
3 minutes, 13 seconds.
Yeah, that's going to be quite the hill for Drake Harrison to climb, is all I'm going to say.
He's got to bring Rex. He's got to bring Rex.
He's got to. It's just a matter of will he.
The following match is set for 1 fall and is part of the Beat the Clock Challenge. Introducing first, weighing 225 pounds, from Detroit, Michigan, your Twitch champion, Drake Harrison.
You know, if you told me 3.5 years ago when we began this company that we would legitimately have employed a dragon. No, I'm sorry, not a dragon. A dinosaur. There we go. I've got my mythical creatures all mixed up. I would have laughed in your face. But here we are.
Mythical creatures, dinosaurs actually existed, Chairman. I don't know what school of biology you went to, but regardless, Drake Harrison, perhaps the last time we will see him, though, with that Twitch title, if TJ Black gets his way at Battle Lines. This could be the last time Drake or Rex holds that title.
And, I mean, beating Crom in under 3 minutes is going to be damn near impossible. I'm just putting it out there. I think that's damn near impossible.
And his opponent, weighing in at 244 pounds, from Melbourne, Australia, representing the Wolves, Crom.
Well, here comes the war boy Crom, and he's someone who has been known to upset champions before. He's beaten the likes of Brolk Attack, one of the most dominant world champions we've seen in CWL history. Him beating Drake Harrison, while it might be a surprise, isn't that far-fetched of an idea when you think about it.
But is he ready to fight a dinosaur? That's the question.
I mean, I don't know if they have dinosaurs out in wherever the War Boys are from.
The Wastelands. The Wastelands.
The Wastelands. I mean, I've never been to the Wastelands, but if they said they had dinosaurs there, I wouldn't be too surprised. I'm just saying.
And here we see the clock once again begin, and Drake Harrison does have 3 minutes and 13 seconds to get the job done. And if he doesn't, then he has to hope for a victory at least to improve his record and go in with some momentum into Battle Lines. But at the second that this clock goes into 3:14, then that means that the match at Battle Lines will be a submission match.
Absolutely. And right now, it's not looking good for Drake. He needed a hot start out of the gate, and Crom has just been slowing him down and shutting him down at every given turn. It is already 30 seconds into the match, and Crom is manhandling Drake. And now Drake, he needs to start getting some offense here. He needs to get to a vertical basis, more importantly, as there we see the shot to the gut from the elbow. And now sending Crom off the ropes, and this is how Drake builds momentum, but Crom immediately shutting it down. A minute's passed!
And now there we see Drake Harrison move out of the way as Crom runs right into the corner. And now he's got him lifted up. A back suplex connects. Drake Harrison, this is the opportunity that you're looking for. You gotta continue the assault.
He's got about 2 minutes left until it's a TJ Black victory. And you see him going for early covers. Normally might be considered sort of, not the best idea to go for covers early on. But it's currently, just trying to get that pinfall as quick as possible.
And I mean, I think it's a smart idea by Drake Harrison, if I'm being honest. If the more pinfalls you attempt, the more energy that Crom has to waste to kick out. The more you do that, the likelier you are to actually get one. But we know Crom is a giant for a reason. Look at that. He just drives the knee right into Drake Harrison's face and now follows it up with a body splash. Crom is just trying to waste the clock here.
Absolutely. And with only around a minute left in Drake Harrison's time and him just getting manhandled by Crom, I've got to be honest, it is not looking good for the Twitch champion, not just in terms of time. To take the time limit to the side, bam, non-factor. It's not looking good in this match for Drake Harrison, as Crom has just been shutting him down every step of the way.
Drake Harrison in the corner right there, connected with a drop kick, and now connects with a flurry of punches. Come on, kid, you got about 45 seconds left. You gotta hurry.
He's got to hurry, but he might just not have enough time left. As now he's going to the top, he's looking for something big here. Big elbow drop connects right on the heart of Crom. He's got to pin him now. 2. No, not enough. He's got to keep up the offense.
But Crom has come to, and now I don't think that Drake Harrison's going to get it done. As a rebound, lariat, or a forearm, I don't even know what just happened. I'm so lost.
Drake got knocked the hell out. That's what just happened. Crom, though, not able to get the win off of it, but I think, yeah, it's happened. Crom just stopped Drake Harrison from getting the stipulation.
And now the focus has to shift from trying to win this match in time to now surviving and making a statement.
Absolutely. I mean, he can't afford... I mean, at this point, he already knows he's not going to get the stipulation. He just needs to not get, now, at this point, almost embarrassed by Crom. Because, I mean, Crom is a great competitor, but no one's going into this match expecting him to win, so to speak. So, now we see Drake, and we're seeing him bust out the Tyranno bombs here.
Oh, right on the ropes, too.
And the strength of Drake to hit that on the size of someone like Warboy Crom is truly just amazing amount of power.
Well, he does have something inside him that gets him to summon the power of a dinosaur. But look at that, Crom just flips over Drake Harrison. Did he just beat the Twitch champion?
1, 2. Oh my, I thought that was it. I think everyone in this arena thought that was it.
I think if the referee had gone in position a little bit earlier, it could have been it. The referee was trying to make sure the shoulders were down, but I think he took just a little too long.
And now Drake calling Crom to his feet, looking to finally put the big man away. No, he doesn't get the single bound. Crom able to dodge it. He's calling for the end, but Drake rolls to the outside. Crom, what are you doing? Oh. Okay. Well, Crom went for the high-risk move, and there's a reason we call this high-risk, ladies and gentlemen, as he goes and just falls square on his spine, and that is not looking good for the Warboy.
I think he may have actually just misjudged the distance, unfortunately, but that would have been incredibly deadly had Warboy Crom actually connected with that. And now, look at that. He's still fighting. He's still going strong. He may not even have a spine after that, and he's still fighting.
Yeah, but I'm still not sure how smart of a play that was. There's a reason. Let's just say there's a reason Haas is the high flyer of the group.
Maybe he's teaching him a thing or two. I don't know.
Maybe. But now we're seeing again the Tyranno bombs connecting to Crom. And now a second and a third. And Crom is laid out. Oh, but connects with the lariat. Still got some fight in him. Does the Warboy.
Drake Harrison trying to come back in here with that leg whip, though. Going right into the pinfall here. 1, 2, and a kick out by Crom. As you can see, the clock's still going. Almost double the time now that it took TJ to take out Warboy Haas. And now we know that, again, that it's going to be a submission match that has been confirmed in just 1 week because the Drake Harrison was not able to beat the clock. Now, how long is it going to take for Drake to take out Crom? That's the question.
I mean, that's the thing, is that at this point, Crom is providing more of a challenge than maybe Drake expected. As now another superplex connects to Warboy Crom from Drake Harrison. And like I said, at this point, it's about Drake actually showing he can beat Warboy Crom. It's not about beating any sort of time. It's about making it 2 battle lines in one piece. And now, looking for the move that put away Ryan Quinn is Drake Harrison. The Red Wing knee connects. And a hell of an effort from Warboy Crom. But Drake Harrison cuts him off at 7 minutes, 9 seconds.
It was an incredible match by both men. And honestly, Crom has nothing to be ashamed about. That was exactly what it needed to be. He impressed everybody. He kept Drake Harrison from beating TJ's time. And now Drake Harrison looks ahead to the Twitch title defense at Battle Lines, where it's going to be submission match.
the winner of the match, Drake Harrison.
Well, it might not have been as quick as he wanted, but it was a win nonetheless for Drake Harrison, as now he looks forward to that submission match with TJ Black. He's going to have to get some submissions in his arsenal, as that is a big advantage for TJ.
It is an incredibly big advantage, you are correct. But before we move on, I hear that we've got a medical update of sorts on Dr. Wrestling Jr., and the one and only Chris Edwards, I guess, is going to come out here and deliver it once again. Now, we do know that as of last week, Dr. Wrestling Jr. was put in a coma due to the damages suffered from the pyro that Chris Edwards unleashed on him on the stage. It was a large amount of pyro, and quite frankly, the only reason this guy is not suspended right now is, well, luckily, I do say that not lightly at all. He didn't cause more harm. Dr. Wrestling Jr. is fine. I think his body is just in a bit of shock. So, you know, we're gonna see how they settle this in the future. But again, we got a medical update last week, and he's here to give us another medical update on Dr. Wrestling Jr.
You have to say, despite his despicable methods, you can't deny that Chris Edwards has made a name for himself ever since coming to the Nemesis brand. I mean, being, I think, one of the first Genesis call-ups to the brand, from beating TJ Black and Drake Harrison back-to-back, from being the challenger for the Nemesis World Championship, now to this with Dr. Wrestling Jr., he has made a statement, but he's definitely not made any friends.
And there we see Chris Edwards grab the microphone. Again, we said that he was going to give us a medical update as he's tapping the microphone now, getting ready to talk. What? 1 second. We know that music.
Wait a sec, Drake! That's like Mr. Jr.
What is he doing here? I thought he was in a coma.
Wait. Yeah, he's already back. Just drops him there with the apple a day.
But hold on, I'm not dreaming right now, right? I'm not dreaming right now.
He, by all rights, he shouldn't be back.
Hey, Doc! I thought you were in a coma.
Well, I'm sure we'll have to get to the bottom of this in the coming days. But for now, we know the Doctor is back in.
Does this mean that we have a match at Battle Lines? Because I would love to see it. But is he medically cleared?
Who knows? I don't know. This is your thing. You're the chairman. You're supposed to know these things.
Hey, it's Tommy Hazard's show, all right?
Yeah, don't remind me. Oh, do remind me of this great match coming up now as Damian Morgan goes up against Classy Von Cody. And Damian Morgan, part of the Nemesis Battle Lines team on the men's side, you've got to feel looking to prove himself here tonight against Classy Von Cody to maybe get himself a spot in the Fatal Vices.
The following match is set for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by General Nemesis, Alexander, weighing 325 pounds, from Belfast, Ireland, Damian Morgan.
Damian Morgan making his way down to the ring, and he has not had the most success since coming to the Nemesis brand, but perhaps with this new guide in Alexander, this new lease on life as he is trying to join the Fatal Vices, he could very much so begin to turn things around.
You know, I'm actually confused, if I'm being perfectly honest. I thought at one point that Damian Morgan did want to join the Fatal Vices. That has been what we've seen and heard. But recently, Damian Morgan sent out a video where apparently now he wants to fight Johnny Gemini to get to Ken Warlock. And honestly, I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know what's happening in Damian Morgan's head. But if there's one thing that's always been certain, there's one thing that's always been straightforward, is that this guy allegedly sees red. And not just like Olivia Bodum where she, gets mad and everything. But this guy legitimately blacks out, sees nothing but red, and there's destruction everywhere around him when he comes back to. I don't know what any of that means, and honestly, it's kind of scary.
I've got to be honest, I don't know what anything means anymore here on Nemesis. We've got plenty of people that have these spooky abilities. There's Raymondo and whatever he's doing. There's an actual dinosaur person. At this point, I've just learned to accept it and call the action, but I do have to agree, it's kind of unsettling.
And his opponent, from parts unknown, Classic Von Cody.
What is he wearing?
Yes.
No, you answer me, actually. No, I'm not just skirting by this. Answer me. What is he? Please explain to me what I am looking at.
Well, Classy Von Cody is a bit of a conspiracy theorist, if you will. He has never really had all eggs in one basket. We have seen him dress up as a gorilla to attempt to become a dictator of a nation once. We have seen him be a tag team champion. We have seen him be a bit of a playboy, if you will, sometimes as well. He once went to Mexico to get better training, I guess, or I don't know. He's Classy Von Cody. Let's just say that.
We've talked all that stuff about Damien. I think the more unsettling thing is whatever Classy Von Cody is doing at any given time. So, regardless, Damian Morgan now just eats that big Yakuza kick from Classy Von Cody like it's nothing. That boot should have knocked down a man.
Now here we see, look at that, Damian Morgan just grabbing the legs of Classy Von Cody. As I mentioned, this guy is a former tag team champion. So, that's a pretty big accomplishment.
Has now got the front chance for the end, chooses to let it go to Damian Morgan, and now locks it back in, this time to connect with a headbutt to Classy Von Cody. And now got the armbar in. Damian Morgan just wrestling circles around Classy Von Cody as this thing gets started off.
And now Classy Von Cody just swings the arms right there to Damian Morgan, just starts punching away. But Damian Morgan gets right back to his feet and just sends Classy Von Cody away with a push-away suplex. And now goes right into the pinfall 1. And Classy Von Cody kicks out.
Kick out at 1. Going to take a lot more than that to put down the former tag team champion. But I think Damian Morgan's got a lot more than that in the tank, as right now he's got this headlock locked in, just trying to maintain the pace of the match to his liking.
Earlier on Vindication, we saw that Team Nemesis made their presence felt over on Vindication. Do you think that Team Vindication is going to retaliate once again here? Or is Team Nemesis even ready for something like that?
I'm not sure, but what I am sure is that Damian Morgan probably does have some eyes in the back of his head because of that attack on Vindication earlier. I mean, you have to. The hook of the leg, only a 1 count, but you have to. I mean, when you fire at someone, expect for someone to fire back. And at this point, we're in open war. And I'm sure he is more than ready for people to start knocking on his doorstep.
Maybe
Let's
that's actually why Alexander's out here. Maybe he's there to watch out for Damian Morgan because I was about to say Team Alexander, excuse me. Team Nemesis captain is Alexander. So he wants to ensure that his team walks into battle lines as fresh as they possibly can be.
Absolutely is now. You see him get knocked back and an exploder. Almost a T-bone suplex there. But wait, a roll-up from Von Cody looking to steal it from Morgan. Only a 1 count. And now Morgan looking to just put away Von Cody. Looking to just put him to rest with the Mother's Curse. And that has got to be it. Or not. Classy Von Cody able to kick out of the Mother's Curse.
Somehow, Classy Von Cody starting to channel his Season 1 energy where he became tag team champion. But, you know, Damian Morgan is no joke. That Mother's Curse has been able to put away a lot of people. And for it to not put away somebody like Classy Von Cody, that is incredible.
Absolutely. But now the ankle lock locked in, looking to make Damian Morgan tap out here. Morgan, though, able to roll him through. And now if you're Morgan, you've got to be thinking, what do you have to go to next? What's left in the tank for you to put away Von Cody? Perhaps he'll be hitting that crucifix powerbomb or the package pile driver, one of those other big moves he's used to put people away.
As now Damian Morgan picks up Classy Von Cody again. The referee begins counting. We're up to 3. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 20 count here in the CWL. So these men have a lot of time before they got to get back in the ring if they would like to eke away a count-out victory.
Absolutely. As now Von Cody rolls Damian Morgan back into the ring here. And now you've got to wonder if Classy Von Cody's looking to set up for the Classy Cutter at some point.
And you could imagine it will be deadly because that is how he won many, many matches in the past. It's how he became Dictator of Raymondonia at one point.
And now, hook of the leg. Oh, no, sorry, no hook of the leg. Just a lateral press there from Von Cody. Perhaps if he did hook the leg and listen to me on commentary, he would have, gotten it.
You can see the look of disgust there by Alexander as Classy Von Cody got closer. I guess Alexander doesn't like what he sees from Damian Morgan's dance partner here today, but this has gone on long enough. I think Damian Morgan is ready to call it as he starts lifting up Classy Von Cody up,
and he's looking to present him as a sacrifice to the gods. But Classy not into sacrificial stuff just yet. As now Damian Morgan, another Mother's Curse, connecting, driving him headfirst into the mat. And this time, it's enough to put away Classy Von Cody.
A very impressive win from Damian Morgan here for sure, as now we look towards battle lines because, well, Damian Morgan, Alexander, Warlock, and Alex Clark are going to be representing this brand in the men's Battle Lines team, and we're going to see which team rises to the occasion.
The winner of the match, Damian Morgan.
Damian Morgan with a much-needed win going into Battle Lines, just 7 days away, easily the biggest match of this young man's career. And if he could help his team get to victory, you've got to feel that the sky is the limit for Damian Morgan.
I would have to agree, honestly. I think Damian Morgan has a lot of potential, and he's barely starting to unlock it here on Nemesis, especially with the role that he's been on as of late, and now putting away somebody like Classy Von Cody. That is an amazing name to have on your resume. But speaking of amazing resumes, are you ready for this Nemesis Women's Championship match.
It's not often we see a title match on a non-Super Show episode of Nemesis, but these two didn't want to wait for any pay-per-views. They didn't want to wait for any Super Shows. They wanted to fight right here, tonight. So Jessica Scarberry gets one more shot at the Nemesis Women's Championship, now held by Jada King. And you've got to feel that Jessica Scarberry might be able to finally pick it up here tonight.
You know, especially with the power that she presented at the Super Show about, I want to say, a month ago, right before Verdict. Out of nowhere, she used the what we're now calling the Vice power, where everything just goes lights out. And when we came back, there was a steel cage around the ring, and Scarberry was different. She wasn't her usual self. We saw, I guess, let's call it a demon. How about that? Let's call it a demon.
Yes, it's not like your typical demonic stuff where it's like they grew like horns or anything like that, but it's like it does seem they've become overcome with the sin of pride, and that begins to control them a bit. They look to be normal Jessica Scarberry. I mean, as normal as Jessica Scarberry can be, and maybe that'll be enough to put away Jada King here tonight. We'll have to find out, as Jada King has been on nearly an untouchable role as of late.
I mean, she's only lost one match, which was a tag team match where she didn't even tap or get pinned. Other than that, Jada King has been incredibly unstoppable. And now she's coming in here against Jessica Scarberry, who we don't even know what she did to her. Last week, she had a match against Cassidy Clark, and then all three women that were here disappeared. And from what we were told, she was found in a janitorial closet in the back. And Scarberry was here holding up the championship.
And who knows what happened to, I mean, Cassidy Clark and Callie Kaplan. So, I mean, maybe the demonic side of things isn't too far-fetched, if we're being honest with ourselves, Mr. Chandler.
All I know is that the Vices are all
weird.
I think that's a bad word, but yeah, let's call a spade a spade.
The following match is set for 1 fall and is for the Nemesis Women's Championship. Introducing first the challenger, representing Fatal Vices from Salem, Oregon, Jessica Scarberry. And your champion, weighing 185 pounds, from Harlem, New York, your Nemesis Women's Champion, the Queen of Harlem, Jada King.
Jada King handing over that title. I think she's confident it won't be for the last time. But Jessica Scarberry she's been on this side of the ring before, the challenger side. Earlier in the season, she challenged Harley Quinn for that Nemesis Women's title and couldn't get the job done. But tonight, she seems cool as a cucumber. She seems ready to try once more.
I mean, she also came up a little bit short against Marilyn Benson at Mary Mayhem, and that was the last time we saw her until she came back as this demon that we've been talking about. So, you know, we're going to see if this newfound power of Jessica Scarberry will be what sends Jada King home without a championship.
Very well could be, as now the butterfly suplex sends Scarberry into the corner. But Scarberry fighting to her feet rather quickly.
It's going to be a very interesting situation here. And honestly, right now, Jessica Scarberry looks to be about the same before her transformation. We're going to have to see if she summons this monster. Let's call it a monster. How about that?
Alrighty, well, regardless of whatever you want to call it, she might need it, as Jada King is now lifting her into a deadlift gut-wrench suplex. And now Jada King goes for the kick. Jessica Scarberry, though, able to roll out of the way. Swinging neck breaker from Scarberry. As now these two have been sort of going move for move thus far in the opening stages of this match. Neither one getting a firm lead ahead of the other.
Oh, and I thought she was going to go there for the autograph, but I think Jada King not only caught it, but Jessica Scarberry switched her weight to be able to get an arm drag, I believe, or a headlock takeover, rather. And now Scarberry just slamming Jada King's face to the mat.
And this is two people, neither of which are afraid to play dirty or bend the rules to get their way. This isn't necessarily going to be the cleanest of matches, to say the least.
And there we see Jada King send Scarberry over the corner. Oh, and she just ran right into the boot.
That huge boot, but Scarberry back to her feet already. Gets caught. Belly to belly suplex sends her flying across the ring. And now snap suplex into the corner.
Jada King
These two are just going
out.
These two are going move for move with each other. Neither one getting a real advantage. Oh, but now make up the eyes into the Harlem kick. Oh, sorry, the layout rather, not the Harlem kick. That's my bad. But the layout, and now into, this is what I was looking for, the Harlem Heartache.
And is that going to be it for Jessica Scarberry? The referee's right there. But no, Scarberry kicks out at 2 from the Harlem Heartache.
I mean, for the sake of video packages and clips, I'm glad that wasn't the end, so people didn't get the Harlem kick. But regardless, very good of Jessica Scarberry to get that shoulder up, and now it's time to see if Scarberry can match Jada King. I mean, we've seen Jada King. Oh, there's the Enziguri right to the side of the head. We've seen Jada King hit her big moves. Now it's time to see if Scarberry can hit hers, but she gets blocked going for the autograph and gets laid out with the double axe handle.
And now Scarberry rolls to the outside. That may have actually taken a lot of the wind out of the sails from Scarberry. As we know, she's usually used to going for the autograph. And look at that. She just sent her towards the apron with that belly-to-belly back suplex.
And now went for the Yakuza kick, but this time Scarberry was ready for it. The adrenaline coursing through Scarberry, and now almost like a modified figure 4 locked in on Jada King, but it doesn't matter because it's outside of the ring. And now just battling on the outside, and neither one of these two, I think, want it to end in countout, though I'm sure Jada King wouldn't be too upset about retaining her title via countout.
It's now Scarberry. I think she's going to call it. I think she's ready for it, but hold on. Jada King not only counters, but also gets an exploder suplex. The strength of Jada King on display here, and it is absolutely insane.
And now I think looking to put away Scarberry once and for all. Got her up on the shoulders. Harlem Heartache connects. And I think we have a still your Nemesis Women's Champion, Jada King.
The winner of the match, and still your Nemesis Women's Champion, the Queen of Harlem, Jada King.
Jada King, after a war against Jessica Scarberry, able to hold that title high. We did not see the autograph get hit by Scarberry, and you've got to feel that if Jessica Scarberry had hit that autograph, it'd be a different person with that title around their shoulder, but Jada King able to block it and still remains champion.
But ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Because we saw the call out happen on Vindication. Team Nemesis is coming out here because they want Vindication. They are ready for it. And honestly, I'm ready for a war.
Yeah, this is going to be quite interesting because we've seen a lot of guerrilla warfare, a lot of behind-the-back attacks. But it seems like these three are just begging them to meet them head-on, and perhaps there's a plan here. Do they have a fourth member? Have they gotten in contact with someone? I mean, as far as we know, there's no other matches tonight outside of our main event, which is Rodrigo versus Alex Clark.
I mean, I'm ready for it. And it's actually Rodrigo versus Samuel Black here in our main event. But honestly, I'm ready for Vindication to come out here. I'm ready for the fireworks. And look at that. Team Vindication coming out of the crowd because they knew that if they went through the locker room, there would be some trouble. But hold on 1 second. 1, 2, 3. I count 3. I don't see Catherine Love anywhere.
Maybe Catherine Love just, the attack of Vindication when she couldn't show up. I don't know. But regardless, Vindication is marching down here and they're marching to war.
This is about to get very intense, Alex. And honestly, my heart can't take it.
There it is, Alexandra Marie, Livy Maestral, Kaylin. Everyone's ready for a fight. They're beginning to circle the ring like a bunch of sharks. Liza Horror, though, ready to take the fight to him.
Liza Horror dives to the outside. Quinn Edwards has chosen Kaylin as her target, and that only leaves Alexandra Marie and Valkyrie inside the ring.
Tornado DDT from Marie, but the core strength of Valkyrie stops her. Marie not able to land the Tornado DDT, and Liza Horror the super kick to Maestral. Nemesis putting the boots to Team Vindication right now. These two, as now everyone's just brawling all around this ring, all around this area. Backbreaker from Maestral, neckbreaker to Liza Horror. And wait a second, it looks like referee. What the hell? One of the camera people just. That's Catherine Love.
Was she disguised?
Catherine Love, dressed as one of the camera people from ringside, was here the whole time and we didn't see her. And now a power bomb onto our announce table. And now we're beginning to see the number game beginning to catch up to the rest of Team Nemesis as Vindication is just systematically picking them apart and they don't have anyone to back them up.
That fisherman suplex right there by Kaylin just did all the damage to Quinn Edwards on the outside, and now Valkyrie is in a lot of trouble. Oh my god, what was that?
Whoever, I think it's the fourth member of Team Nemesis. Selena Adams, for the first time being back in CWL since that attack at the Super Show. And it looks like she's going right for the ring. Kaylin goes for the lariat. Selena Adams now going for a super kick, gets caught, connects right on the jaw.
And now Livy Maestral. Oh, she just got caught!
Selena Adams making a beeline for Catherine Love. As now taking out Alexandra Marie, and Selena now staring down the open weight champion. And these two now trading elbow strikes center of the ring. Kick to the gut, a forearm. These two just going back and forth, and we see Valkyrie just trying to get to her feet. She was about to be hit with a triple powerbomb before Selena Adams stepped in. And now Catherine Love trying to put Selena back on the shelf. But Valkyrie, Catherine Love, look out behind you. It plants Catherine Love right on her head.
Now we've got an even battlefield here. As we see Valkyrie and Selena, we know these two don't like each other one bit. But a truce has been called. And it looks like Selena is going to be joining Team Nemesis.
Well, that certainly answers a lot of questions that people had. And perhaps they knew ahead of time, but Regardless, CWLUniverse able to come in. Security is now escorting members of Team Vindication back through the crowd. But Samuel Black now going up against Rodrigo Del Gaizo. Both these men have big matches at Battle Lines, and tonight they main event the last show beforehand. And you've got to feel both want momentum going into some big matches in 7 days' time.
The main event of Nemesis is set for 1 fall. Introducing first, Samuel Black.
You want to talk about people on a tear, but Samuel Black, ever since his loss at Merry Mayhem in that 8-man match, has just been unstoppable. I mentioned Alex Clark, I've mentioned Jake Eagle, I've mentioned a whole bunch of people, and Samuel Black has been running through them all.
I think that Samuel Black has been one of the dark horses here throughout the entirety of Season 4. His first big match was against Drake Harrison, and Drake Harrison is no pushover. Drake Harrison won that series 2-1, and the fact that Samuel Black actually picked up a win over Drake is amazing. It just goes to show that this guy just needs the right push in the right direction, and he's going to be unstoppable.
Not only did you mention he went 2-1, but you have to keep in mind the last match these two had against each other, Samuel Black won. Drake has not gotten his win back yet, and you've got to feel that eats him up just a bit.
His opponent, representing Starjammer LLC, weighing 215 pounds, from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Rodrigo Del Gaizo.
All right, Alex, I'm not going to hide it here. Everybody knows that in 1 week's time, Starjammer LLC called out, called me out for a challenge, if you will. Obviously, I'm not a trained professional. I think it would be bad for my health to go in here and try and fight Starjammer LLC. So Jay Scott allowed me to pick a team to fight Starjammer LLC at Battle Lines. And we found one. We have a team. Now, we're going to announce it at the conclusion of this matchup. And Rodrigo Del Gaizo better hope that Samuel Black doesn't go on a tear here and completely tears him apart. So he's actually awake and conscious for the announcement.
As now we see Rodrigo looking to go to the power game, but Samuel Black not letting him have it. TNA kick there, and now just continuing to put the strikes to Rodrigo. And this is two different types of striking. One is very precise, very rapid strikes. The other is very much so just heavy hands from Samuel Black.
Rodrigo Del Gaizo, actually, like, all animosity aside, this guy was on the run of a lifetime. And then ever since Jay Scott got him involved in this whole me versus him thing and turned it into Starjammer versus the chairman, Rodrigo hasn't been the same. He lost to Alex Clark. Then he hasn't been the same.
Absolutely. And now Rodrigo looking to, you mentioned that he sort of lost his momentum a bit. Look to continue that momentum just a bit now. By getting a win over Samuel Black would definitely boost that.
And there we go. Look at that. The power game from Samuel Black. I don't think Rodrigo knows exactly what to do here. Oh, and as I say that right there, Rodrigo answers with a forearm of his own. Oh, and a beautiful Olympic slam takes down Samuel Black.
I see. As now a dragon suplex there continues to lay out Samuel Black. Black not been able to get a lot of his offense.
And this stretch right here by Rodrigo Del Gaiso, we know that we'd like to see it. And, you know, he likes to do it a lot. And he is ready to bring the fight to Samuel. He wants this victory.
Absolutely. And, I mean, right now, Rodrigo is trying to get back onto that run that he was on just a couple of weeks ago. And Samuel Black's sort of been the person that, you know, Rodrigo was a couple weeks ago. And now, wait a second, it's because of moves like this, that spin out side slam. And I think Samuel Black is looking to put Rodrigo away.
Could this actually be it? Has Samuel Black actually just beat Rodrigo Del Gaiso just like this with an emphatic statement?
Got it locked in. That nerve hold, that mandible claw. Rodrigo able to fight his way out of it.
Now Rodrigo, though, flips over Samuel Black. You can tell that flipped a switch inside Rodrigo as a beautiful enziguri connects. And now Rodrigo is starting to get heated up. He wants this victory. He wants to get all the momentum heading into battle lines, into one of the biggest matches of his career.
So these now Rodrigo sends him to the outside. And it seems like Rodrigo was in control of a lot of this match. But then Samuel Black just turned it right around.
Rodrigo now continuing the assault after taking Samuel Black to the outside. And Rodrigo sends Samuel Black into the corner with all the strength that he could muster there. And what do you think it's going to take for Rodrigo to get the victory here over somebody as big as Samuel Black? Oh my God, as I say that, hold on.
Perhaps a bit more of a technical side of things with the submission hold, looking to tap him out. But no, not able to get it.
Samuel Black now gets back control of this match as he slams Rodrigo's face into the top turnbuckle. And Samuel Black gets the clothesline into the corner. Now Samuel Black dragging Rodrigo over closer to the rope, perhaps trying to use the rope for a little bit of leverage.
No, not able to get it. Oh, but the big kick to Rodrigo. But Rodrigo gets right back up. Like it was absolutely nothing. And now the baptism is locked in. What did we just... What? What?
Rodrigo Del Gaiso got that baptism in, but it wasn't enough to take out Samuel Black, as now Samuel Black gets the shoulder block, but Rodrigo very smart to roll to the outside, as now Rodrigo uses the ropes to get back up. And look at that.
Wait a second.
A sunset flip powerbomb.
Rolls through into the cover. Rodrigo looking to steal one here. No. Are we just not going to act like Samuel Black didn't just kick this man's head off and then Rodrigo acted like it was absolutely nothing? What is it going to take to beat this man?
It's going to take everything. You got to throw the kitchen sink at this guy as well. Trust me.
As now Rodrigo begins dragging him. And now has him by the arms. Just wrenching on it.
You know, we were talking about the submission earlier. That move stretches out your body in such an unnatural way, and it feels so uncomfortable. I don't know how people walk out of it like nothing happened and continue to fight back every single week, honestly. And now here, look at that. Samuel Black, he's got Rodrigo up, and he just slams him down.
And that might just have to be it. Rodrigo putting up a hell of a fight, but Samuel Black would not be denied.
A very, very, very good win for Samuel Black. It is honestly probably one of the best wins on his record, and I'm excited to see what this does for Samuel Black.
The winner of the main main event, Samuel Black.
CWLUniverse, I hope you're ready for this big announcement that I'm about to make, because everybody's been waiting, and everybody knows that Starjammer LLC is fighting a team of my choice at Battle Lines. So here you go. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to make you wait anymore. You want to know who's going to be facing Starjammer LLC at Battle Lines? Say no more. We can go back in history and look at every single CWL team that has ever made an impact here in this entire company. We can look at the highlights of Mile Hazard and know that they were great. We can look at the highlights of the Truthless Heroes and know that they are great. And yet, Starjammer LLC, I know that they bring such a great fight to the ring. And that is why at Battle Lines, I know that I have to bring the top talent, not just in the CWL, but outside of it.
CWLUniverse, it's your boy Zach Zilla.
And this your boy, the fly brother Warren J.
And collectively, we are known as the World Travel Tag Team Fly Dip.
That's right, world travel. See, everywhere we go, everywhere we show up, we take over. We've taken over Texas. We've taken over the world, and now we're about to cross over into a whole new universe, the CWL universe.
It's Starjammer LLC. We've heard you've been talking that mess, talking that trash. Well, we gonna come and show you how we do. We gonna do what we always do, and that simply is what we supposed to do.